How's it going, guys? It's Burgers here and welcome to another Age of Empire mobile video. Today we're going to talk about one topic that it actually little hurt for me because I was very deeply invested when I started playing Age of Empire mobile, and this is going to be the warrior archers. Majority of the people know that in season 1 basically the meta there is warrior archers, and I actually invest there. I make my Mulan like 3-star. From there I start investing in a Tiwa to support my Mulan and etc. But when I was going with the Tiwa, I didn't actually know that this Tiwa is going to help me later with my Lubu. But anyway, here we're going to talk about archers that are warrior or warrior archers. And why right now archers may actually look strong, you're still going to see some archers combos on the battlefield, but they're in bad investment right now. That's right, bad investment right now. And in my Discord, I have spoken with many people who ask me, what about the Mulan? There is a reason I actually put Mulan in front of you. With who to pair Mulan, is the Mulan going to be still going to be the commander, and etc. Right now we also have some legendary new heroes that are coming, by the way, in the game in form of Alp. Okay, Alp is not that new, but some people actually start asking me about the Alp Arslan, also Mulan, and some combinations that can be done in this direction. But at the end of the day, warrior archers are becoming actually a trap. Not only because Lubu is still one of the most dominant formation in Age of Empire Mobile, and cavalry is countering archers, but warrior archers may not be weak, but still inefficient. And I think this is the main issue players are having. They're having this warrior archer legions you can build. It's not weak. It's not like this is completely not good march, but it's just still inefficient. It cannot be competitive with the other legions presented in Age of Empire Mobile. And I think this is one of the main reasons that right now the warrior archers should be something that you should not actually invest in it. This is from my point of view, and we definitely are waiting for something to change there, because believe it or not, from all the talk I have with other players, many people invest in Mulan. And yeah, right now I have her like 3-star, but some people are making her 5-star. And it's not that hard to make this hero 5-star, especially when you have a chest where you can buy Mulan medals. So from there you see a hero that can be very fast make it 5-star, but at the same time from season 1 is slowly going down. It's not weak, but still inefficient. And some players see damage numbers and ignore long-term account of value. You're going to see, especially with the multi attack the Mulan is having, deals 4 rapid fire instances. I mean, you're seeing this damage, you see these numbers, but in long term it's not actually giving some value for the late game players, except if something actually change. If something change, we may see a rise of the warrior archers, but so far this is not happening. Now, Alp Arslan and Mehmet still perform well in isolated situation. I talk about Mulan, because majority of the players have her like 5-star. We have Alp, one of the latest Alp Arslan, one of the latest heroes. They're still again very good, and they perform good in isolated situations. But at the end of the day, we're looking for more generic combo, a combo or legion that can do well in many situations. One of these type of legions is Cyrus the Great Legion with Mansa Musa and etc. Lubu Legion with Zhao Yun and etc. I mean, this is a legion that is going to perform very well in the different situations. And if you have like two examples for this type of situation, for this type of legions, why you should actually go with the third example, like warrior archers, that is actually good in isolated scenario. I don't see any kind of point of doing that. But high level accounts already shifted resources into new March structures. What is the new March structures? One of them is something where I also shift my investments, and this is my Lubu. With Zhao Yun, my Zhao Yun is close like 5-star. I actually can make him 5-star. I have the how to say it. Can I do it for the next rank? Yeah, we're going to exchange, confirm. Okay, we get. Oh, we can actually make it one more. Okay, 110, brother, that's brutal. But yeah, Zhao Yun is going to be one of the main heroes that I'm going to use, so I have no issue getting this 110 and make him a 5-star. Yeah, this is where I'm currently investing. This is right now, it's like rank 5 is painful. Now, in point of Wubu, still need some work there. But the main point about, yeah, sorry about the little distraction, this is just the new hot new hot items on the market, because Wubu from season 2 is one of it's broken. Okay, it's broken, and with the seasons he continue be very solid. Now, obviously, Cyrus the Great is going to counter Wubu, and well-builded Cyrus the Great can counter any kind of Wubu variation. So, you know, there is a counter, but there is just not that many Cyrus the Great legions on the battlefield. But for warrior archers, there is just so many problems when you go out with this legion and try to perform well. Now, we already mentioned that in isolated situation, Alp Arslan and Mehmet II still can be performing well, but this is just not enough. And this is where most players get it wrong with a hero investments. Players confuse. Now, this is one of the problems. People are confusing usable with worth investing into heavily. Because, yeah, right now, I invest in Zhao Yun and I make him 5-star, but I lose almost all of my medals. I think I have like 15 medals left. This is a heavy investment in this hero. So, you should not actually making the this error or mistake to, you know, invest just the hero to be usable, but in the same time to not actually give you the good performance in the PvP. It can be usable for PvE, you know, on the map when you're doing the exploration missions and etc. But at the end of the day, you're looking to perform very well on the battlefield, or also in the garden zone, in the rally, and etc. Now, I strongly suggest don't do a rally if you don't have well-built heroes. Better join a rally of some whale or a kraken that have like all of the 3 heroes built for rally and 5-star and rings and etc. This is what I'm currently doing. I'm joining just the whales as they're a commander. They're providing the heroes as a commanders. But anyway, after the players are confusing usable with worth investing, missing towards what synergy sometimes destroy long-term march scaling completely. And one of the things that currently is paying its pain is, you know, you have Alp Arslan, you have Mehmet, but you still have to build something with these heroes. You have to build, and if the third sword is missing, you're basically losing a lot. You're losing a lot. In Age of Empire, mobile heroes are not like this hero and this hero and this hero. Oh, look, this hero is very strong. If this hero not having synergy with rest of the other two heroes, this can be a very big problem. And I believe with the new heroes coming in the game, they start first of all getting some very long skills that are doing damage, are boosting the defense. I mean, there is obvious power creep in this game. I mean, I don't need to say it is like this. But yeah, right now I just don't see the third SWAT for the warrior archers at the end of the day. So this new legion can scale very nice. Now I think and I believe maybe we're going to see that with the new warrior archer that is going to come in this game in the future, but for now is just like this. And power creep change what efficient investment actually look like right now, because you may actually not need Mulan somewhere in the future. I see many people are using Alp Arslan as a commander right now. Deals might damage up to 3 enemy troops in fan-shaped area. And applies flee effect, causing them to take mic damage that ignore, you know, defense and blah blah blah. Now, if you look, the Mulan is just doing for rapid shots. I'm expecting the Mulan to be not relevant anymore at one point, which is actually surprised me. I'm not gonna lie, because Mulan is a hero that you can actually go and buy. I mean, I still have this one where I can buy those things. You know, I can buy this chest and etc. Confirm. One thing cannot be changed. Wait, what? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, this is Leonidas. Yeah, Mulan and Leonidas was actually from the chest back in the days. I mean, there's two ways to get Mulan, but at the end of the day, there is going to be always a power creep. And you know, this season one hero is expected after like so many seasons this hero to not be relevant anymore. Now, good heroes can still be worth investments, and strong heroes do not actually create strong worth long-term formations. And one of the things, yeah, Mulan is a very strong, but is not going to be most likely able in the future to be part of the warrior archer formations. Till I can give an example of a hero that actually surprised me, to be fair, and that was Slubu. For so much time he's on the top of the food chain, which actually surprised me. You know, it's very long time. If you invest in Lubo, you're going to have your investment with returns for a very long time. And this is something that I believe every player should look for their account, to actually invest in heroes or formations that is going to be relevant for a very long time. Just to benefit from this formation at the end of the day. And players only evaluate current season battlefield performance is one of the things that good heroes can still be a wrong investment. Some smart players evaluate future flexibility and account transition cost, and this is one of the main reasons I invest right now in Zhao Yun, because I believe in the future this hero can actually be extremely valuable for my account, and this is one of the main reasons I actually make him a 5-star. It's a very, very solid one. Something that I can actually say for the Tiwa also. We also have Attila the Hun is a 1-star. Maybe if I can actually go back in the days and starting over, Attila the Hun is definitely going to be one of the heroes that I'm going to invest. For example, I can go with Hua Mulan and Attila, and at the same time investing in the Attila, and after this using Attila in my Lubu composition, because Attila the Hun is actually catching two metas here. One is the marksman meta or the archer meta in the season 1, and the second one is the cavalry meta from the season 2 with the Lubu. So you should actually look in this type of investments that is going to give you crazy flexibility. What kind of flexibility Attila the Hun is giving is this 30% chance of your heroes to enter in the double attack state and increase your commander might by 50 might bonus for 3 seconds. Right here you see 30%. This is a very solid percentage of your heroes to enter in this double attack, and having this 50 might bonus for your commander. So you see Attila is one of the flexible heroes in this game, and there is a reason I actually put this ring on the Attila. For the first 18 seconds after entering the battle, reduce your troop damage taken by some percentage. This is again extremely flexible. It can be for any kind of legion. They are looking for some kind of defense, and here you have troop defense, HP, and skill damage reduction. On top of that, over 10% damage taken your troops are receiving. This is again the ring I put for the Attila, and I make him extremely flexible for the archers and for the cavalry. So this is, I can say, a good hero that is going to be a good investment in the future. Now, other formation, giant strong scaling through new hero combinations. One of the combinations that I see people are doing is something like they put different, for example, Hua Muan. Let's make, let's say Wubu. I'm going to take out this one and I put something different here. For example, this bad boy. I mean, this kind of combination where you have made maybe the same military speciality but not the same troop speciality, or other way around. You have the troop speciality but you don't have the military speciality. Now what is the issue here? It's actually you're losing 50% troop bonuses. It's like 130. If I put Attila the Hun, it's like 180. So you're losing like 50% troop bonuses, and that's why I'm not huge fan of this type of combination. That, you know, this hero is tactician mixed with the hero that are military speciality, water, and etc. Making this crazy crappy legions at the end of the day is something that I'm not huge fan of this, and a lot of people are going to agree with me. It's just not efficient. I don't say not like using your brain to build something that is going to work well, but at the end of the day, just losing this 50%. Losing this 50% bonuses from your true bonuses is just crazy. Now, archers now require much heavier investment for weak battlefield pressure. And this is not only for the archers. I want to point out this thing. Because all of the heroes are needing some heavy investments. It can be in form of rings, it can be in form of gear, of gems, of mounts. I still don't actually have some mounts put it. Maybe, yeah, in form of mounts, legendary. Maybe I'm going to go with cavalry and put on my Lubu some mount. All these things is also expensive, and you have to keep in mind that You have to invest also in the horses. I didn't actually get that lucky with the horses. Mounted hero passive skill, might damage increase, and etc. Here there is a dormant. You know, this is something in extra investment. It's a whole new system in Age of Empire mobile the months, and this is still an investment. And the investment is close to the same for all of the marches you want to build, but the battlefield pressure is weaker from the marksmen. That's why I don't actually suggest going with marksmen, because you're going to make the same investments, but in the same time the pressure is not going to be there. So this become extremely noticeable against advanced rally composition immediately. And here is the problem: most archer mains refuse accepting currently. I understand this type of players that, you know, they don't want to accept what is happening right now in the game, and that the marksman is not that solid like they was in the season 1. This is completely fine, but at the end of the day the results are there. So if you're invested heavily into warrior archers, comment your experience below. I want to see, you know, because this video, I don't know how many views is going to get, but if from all these views, that most likely is going to be 100 views, we have some comment from some of the warrior archers mains, and the experience they're having is going to be extremely valuable for our small community that we're having right here. And don't forget to hit one like, also subscribe for more Age of Empire mobile videos. And I generally think many players are realizing this too late with the warrior archers, especially when they see the numbers when they actually start playing the game from the season 1. So here I'm going to put one other video. If you want to go and check it out, it's going to be interesting for you. Don't forget to hit one like, again, subscribe. I wish you a great day, and see you in the next video.